What are you doing in my swamp? What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2004 movie, The Terminal. So this movie follows Viktor Navorsky, who is a Russian man from a fictional country, and he gets stuck in living in a terminal at JFK Airport because of a mix-up that happened in his country. It's been under attack and being under siege and stuff, where he can't return to his home country, and he can't go into New York because of citizen reasons and stuff. So he's stuck living in the terminal, and the movie just pretty much shows what he does every day. He meets different people and starts making friendships and stuff with some of the workers and stuff at the airport, and he meets a girl and stuff. It's really good movie. I've always really liked this one a lot. I've always thought it was one of Spielberg's most underrated movies. Tom Hanks plays Victor, and he is just really good in this movie. He gives a really great performance, and he pulls off the Russian accent very good. One of the best ones to do it, personally, I think. He just really pulls it off very well, and he gives such an underrated performance. I always forget how great he is in this movie. And it has a really good cast too. Stanley Tucci plays like the head of the airport that kind of wants to get rid of Victor. He wants him to leave the airport and stuff, but he can't make him leave and everything, so he keeps trying to trick him into leaving so that he wouldn't be his problem anymore. He just finds him as an inconvenience. He's kind of somewhat a villain of the movie. He's the only one that really doesn't like Victor a lot, and he's really good in here though. And then you got there's this janitor. I think he's played by Chi McBride. He's really good in this movie too. He at first he doesn't like Victor and suspects him of being like a spy, or a Russian spy or something like that. But he ends up becoming friends with Victor and everything. He's a likable character too. And then you get other really good characters in here, and it has a really solid cast, like Diego Luna and Zoe Saldana, before they became really big movie stars and stuff that we know today, were in this movie and stuff, and both of them were really good in here. And they don't have a lot to do, but they're just really likable characters, and it's fun watching their interactions with Victor and everything. They did a really good job in here. And Catherine Zeta-Jones plays the love interest for Tom Hanks, and she's really good in this movie too. She's not in it near as much as I was expecting though. I know when I first saw it and stuff, I was expecting her to be a much bigger role than she was, but she's really good in this movie too. Really good actress and stuff. I don't know why I haven't seen more of her stuff though, but I do like her in this movie quite a bit. I think all of the cast in here were really good, and the movie is really well paced. It's like 2 hours and 8 minutes, and it flies by and everything. It just is a really well done movie. The runtime is just perfect, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. It doesn't get really slow or anything like it could with that running time and everything. It just is really well done on as far as pacing and stuff goes too. The support, the score, is done by John Williams, as usual with Spielberg, and I think this was one of his more underrated scores. It really works really well in this movie, and of course it's going to be underrated because the movie itself is underrated, so I guess that's really why it fits this movie perfectly though. I absolutely love the music in this movie. It just fits the tone and everything. And like, this movie is like a comedy drama, and they mix it up really well. There's some parts that are absolutely hilarious and stuff, with the little mishaps that Victor gets into and stuff that he does in here. And then there's also moments like where it's really sad and stuff, like at the beginning of the movie when they're trying to tell him that the country's under attack and he doesn't understand it and stuff, and they were pretty much trying to tell him he doesn't have a home to go back to because it's been destroyed and everything. And Stanley Tucci's character uses an apple as an example and he slams it on the desk. That scene always cracks me up. I don't know what it is about that part that just, I find it so funny. But and then after that scene, you see Victor going through the airport, and he sees on TV the footage and stuff from his country and everything. And Tom Hanks' performance in that scene is just amazing. He gets like really emotional and panicky and stuff, and his performance is really amazing, and it makes you really feel for Victor and everything, really feel sad for him and everything. And this movie is kind of like one of those ones that people would say is overly sentimental from Spielberg, but I love it when he does movies like that. It don't really bother me and everything, because they're my kind of movies anyway, and it has that sentimental stuff to it, but it also has a lot of heart and everything, and it's really funny and emotional. It mixes the comedy and drama perfectly. Neither one of them outweigh the other. Both hit really well, and by the end of the movie you want to see Victor be able to leave this airport and do what he needs to do and go home and everything. And it's just really good movie, and really underrated one. It's really heartwarming, and it's not like one that I would say is one of Spielberg's very best or anything, but it'd probably be somewhere in the middle half of my ranking if I did a ranking for him right now. But he is just really does a really great job with this movie. It's really well written, really greatly directed, acted, everything. It's just a really underrated movie and everything. So I'd give The Terminal a 9 out of 10, and if you haven't seen it, I definitely would recommend it because it's really underrated. Really good movie that Spielberg did. So but anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of The Terminal. Do you think it's underrated too, or do you think it just is an alright movie? I don't really know what a lot of people think about this movie because it doesn't really get talked about as much and stuff, and I'm not sure why it didn't do like super great at the theaters. I think it was a mild hit. I don't think it was like a flop or anything, but a lot of Spielberg's early 2000s movies just don't get talked about as much and everything. So let me know what you think about this movie, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.